every angle, every single
Angle.
Well, I was about to say like orifice. I was like, that sounds a little bit weird, but they're just like oozing damage everywhere.
Yeah. It's secreting. There we go.
And on top of that, not the siren. If you want to use that song as a defensive capability, like people are still gonna die from liquid fire, from poison nova, ion shell, macro pyre, ignite. There's like so many things that will still keep on ticking. And I don't think that they're okay. Wait, so what are they doing? They're doing a farming. Farming axe. Why farming axe?
I think they did it once before. I can't remember who their matchup was. I think I want to say against NIP, but they pulled out an axe, farmed it up. They got a nicely timed blink dagger, and sure enough, it definitely went to work. Now he has to deal with an ion shell. Yeah, probably not Axe's best friend here, so the lane matchup is not nice here. Look at this. He's getting run down here. This is actually probably going to be our first blood. No, the salve actually healing through an ion shell. How ironic. And our first blood actually happens near the mid lane where they're going to be taking out the support solo Naga.
Oof. Yeah, on top of that, they have better lanes. I think Dazzle should be paired up with the axe, but even then, it's not that great of a lane versus the Darkseer. You don't really want to tank Ion Shell at all, but you need to tank creeps to spin. So that's a I would say already a lost lane with the Salve cancel coming out from Moon.
Yeah.
And then the mid lane, we see Fly just like camping for this courier.
Hanging around here since the start.
Yep.
You know, it's the same way we saw like Jerix. They love getting him over, and he loves playing those roaming supports, and Fly is adapting a bit of that playstyle in this game now. Just constantly pops in, says, hey, no one, how you doing? Want a casual little concoction of fire? Throws out the ignite.
Okay, here comes the chicken. Let's see the snipe.
All right, he's been waiting all day for this. Let's go, Fly. Where'd he go? Oh, he's going.
Well, he might see it now and then turn back. Oh, no. He was just like 5 seconds off.
Oh, well.
But and then in the mid lane we see Miracle TA versus Shadow Fiend. Shadow Fiend already has to require some assistance. That's why you see some of the people already heading over towards the mid lane. I guess a really outskilled Shadow Fiend, or sorry, outskilled TA can lose to a Shadow Fiend, but that's very rare at this level of play.
Yeah, AKMMR early. We cannot forget that. They also rotate down towards the bottom. Yeah, the TA matchup 11-2, now matching up at 11 apiece here. It's not going too shabby.
Yeah, it's not going that badly for no one at all. At the same time, though, the Shadow Fiend should not have kill potential on the TA. But once you're 6, you have to be very scared. And it gets out of control really quickly for the TA. Or if Shadow Fiend gets a kill, not the end of the world.
They also need to, you know, maybe build up some side stacks here if they really want Miracle to build up a huge boost to farm and become a problem in the mid game.
They have to be scared though. Darkseer can easily go in and take it.
That's true.
And he has like decent control of that top lane still, although his CS is not that great.
Yeah, I mean they did rotate solo up there for a bit. They had all 3 to help out with this Darkseer. That means that Mag is going to have a bit of a slow time, but yeah, Fly, who continues to be a problem in the mid lane, will get zoned all the way back, and Moon will get capitalized on here. Lane Pasha moves in, gets some quick spins off, and the Darkseer will go down. They manage to tie things up. Constant rotations coming out from Vega. They seem to be all over the place, but you can almost say the same here for Monkey Business with Fly walking about. I guess it just comes down to having good wards, being able to read these movements, and taking advantage. Miracle in trouble, pops the refraction here. We'll be fine. Fly, though, steps in, gets off the stun, and he's going to use his mass to see if he can move in and get some right clicks off. Not going to be able to do so. Solo will be there with the Riptide, and we'll create the bit of space. We're back at top lane again as Moon and Pasha trade a bit of blows.
4-minute rune on top. Looks like Vega wants to contest, but oh no. With Crit being on bottom lane, are they going to get this regen?
He's on route. Mag might be there first. Looks like he got it. Crit has no level in the Ice Path yet, being only level 2, went with the dual breath. Now Mag is going to be snowballing in. He'll get some right clicks, but we know Jakiro to be pretty tanky. He'll be able to walk away. Alright, casual harassment will force Mag to go all the way up and around here. It's not a boosting start for Mag like we saw in the last couple of games. He's still at level 3. We look at Moon, about to be level 5. So he's definitely getting a bit more. And I imagine he'll push for the mech in this game. Add to more of their crazy team fight we were talking about a bit before.
Big Daddy buys a Gloves of Haste. Not sure what he's going to buy. I see Midas a decent amount on Veno, which I think is actually pretty good because he's not that great at farming. He's good at farming because he can farm out very far, but in terms of actual speed, he's not that great.
Yeah, you go to a camp, you're like, I got to plant a couple of wards here maybe to help right click.
And you have to be careful about like not blocking the next spawn with it. And it's just overall slow, but his area that he can farm is just so much safer, and people are just really unwilling to kill him. It's like you don't want to eat that little poisonous bug because he's just going to kill you.
I assume also, you know, after the Midas, he's looking to build up a lot of farming levels to get his ult leveled up and then go for an Agnums right away. I feel like Agnums is still a pretty top priority even for a core Venomancer.
Some people get like a blink just so you can Nova all 5 people. And if you die, so what? Darkseer or TA hopefully will clean up all those dead low people. Go for an aggressive play on top.
There's Fly. He gets the surge help, looks to run in, leads off with the ignite, double rotations, and quickly they turn away. Mag's going to be first to show up, has a snowball and shard, dishes out the shard trying to block off Moon, but there is a crack. He will slip through, tries to get off the surge, but they roll in, and it sets up a beautiful call in the first dunk of the game. Moon will lose his pointy head, and they will not be able to get the pick on top. So Vega, good conversion. It does force out quite a bit of attention towards that top lane and will free up the bottom for the Venom. But look at mid lane. Miracle gets a haste rune, starts going in for solo, gets the trap slow, needs 2 more right clicks and we'll get it. Oh, and one pop makes it 3. And look at this. He's looking for a follow-up here. Seema the Slayer with no more mana, has no grave. He has no help. Mag is here and oh, he's able to turn around the corner, just taking too many shots from the tower. Miracle doesn't want to risk it too much. Will walk away and pick up a bounty rune for himself. He'll get both runes.
Yeah, you're already seeing a lot of control coming out from this Templar assassin.
Yeah,
getting all those runes and diving supports and whatnot. And yeah, they lost Moon a couple of times on top, but he's still doing pretty well.
He's doing pretty well.
He doesn't have any levels in vacuum. 2 in surge, I suppose.
Here on out though, Ion Shell get vacuum. Gotta get the vacuum.
Level 7 you gotta get.
Oh, Ion Shell, they got the stun. They are able to sidestep the call here, but obviously they do not have the firepower to burst through this axe yet, which I want to see Pash's build. For now gets the ring, so it looks like either it's not just a side ring. He's going to go for the Vanguard first before committing in for the Blink Dagger. I would imagine Blink Dagger has to be pretty important here for Vega. Committing already for a farming axe. I wager that they just were playing on him getting a quick blink so that he could be a problem at around that window of time that TA would love to be a problem.
I'd like to see the Jakiro come to the top lane aside from the Ogre can't really right click the axe just because of the threat with the spin. With the Jakiro over there, you can always just dump liquid fire constantly on him without having to get harass and return. There's no way for them to catch up. There's no battle hunger on the axe, and also there's no poison touch. So they have no slows for the lane. The only way they catch up is if like Tusk comes in or Naga's there for a net, but even that is only a level 1 net.
Yeah, Solo's still level 4. Be a little bit before we'll see that song able to come out. They made another stack on the side of Monkey Business here, but there is a ward for Vega.
They're already looking for the stacks. If they had stacks for TA, it would have been destroyed right about now. Solo has 2 points in Mirror Image, which is primarily used for stacking and scouting, but he's not really going to offer that much. You can't really clear camps with a level 1 Riptide, especially after a 6.85 nerf, and he is super weak right now. It doesn't really have that much utility with Ensnare. And Ensnare level 1 is much less than the duration of level 2 Surge. And Miracle looking to camp out the Shadow Fiend. They have to be very wary of a Dazzle TP though.
Just raise the side?
I do not know what that was about.
Got that ghost, that's for sure. Oh, look at this. Maybe the game sense was tingling, but senses that Miracle's coming in. And I don't know, he felt like something was nearby. Top lane, ooh, Pasha, big trouble. Vacuum wall come out from Moon, gets him pretty low. He's trying to get around this creep. Oh, it's blocking his way. He can't quite get there. Pasha's gonna be able to walk away.
And we see the solo kill by Veno onto the Tusk. Veno is just completely left unchecked. Highest CS in the game right now. Arcane Midas pushing tower with Bassi, and no one really wants to gank because there's wards set up everywhere.
Reminds me a bit, I can't remember what game, it was me and you casting the Jigglebilly playing a Venomancer where he just kept hanging out on the side, and they didn't want to deal with him because when you commit onto a Venomancer, which hold that thought, is mid lane, there's a huge breakout here. They're going to converge for Miracle. Refraction still going to have the damage, but it does conclude. Snowball's going to be moving in. It actually goes for Fly. Then they change course, looking to go for TA, the more precious target, but she will bottle up and retreat, and this Vega movement will lead to no kills. They cannot get a grab on the
Wow, I didn't they snowball the TA. She's a really important kill right now.
I don't know if they like spastically quit to get anyone they could just to move on forward with the company, but yeah, not quite the right target, and they allow the TA to slip out from trouble. But what I was going to say for Venomancer is he's really annoying to go for. As you said, has all those wards, but even if you make a committed jump, and let's say you're successful, there's a good chance he'll probably get the Nova off, and then by the time you get him down, you're weak. You got to go back to Fountain. You got to heal up. It's a pain in the butt.
It's really inefficient to kill.
Yeah, it's just so much time wasted, and they're just going to be happy that Venomancer can find all this solo farm and push towers and take towers. It's got that Midas already and 1k gold. If he decides to build up into an Agnum Scepter or whatever, he'll eventually show his ugly mug, and Vega, well, they better hope they have some sort of magic resistance for it.
I don't think they have enough burst to kill him without casting Nova, though. They have to, like, Tusk Snowball or Axe Blink into, like, you know, a Punch Call combo.
Not quite the lockdown or silence capability or really anything. Maybe if they get the lead in, yeah, Axe Blink with a call and the Snowball follow-up and all that, but Pasha's now nearly 1k, still needs plenty of time. But
and they have Blink, but even their initiation is really poor. Axe has Vanguard, as you mentioned, no Blink first, so it's going to be difficult for them to get an easy kill. Miracle, oh no, is he going to get the stack stolen?
Yeah, he's very low. He either has to decide to run, which he can't now. Trapped up, Walrus Punch, he is gone, and Vega will secure this nice little offshore account of Monkey Business. Serious gold swing. They get a top priority target, and they take all their gold away. Top lane, oh, they're going for the Naga. Vacuum actually going to miss here, but they eventually scout out the little slithery one, and we'll take him down. No one rotates in, gets a nice raise catch on the fly, turns back for crit, gets the close range, and now we'll be able to just easily right-click him down with the help of this haste rune. He gets a double kill. Vega, huge turnaround for them.
That was a sick smoke, a sick ward, whoever placed that like 4 minutes ago. And look at old Veno trying to slither his way up top.
I'm coming. I've been farming all game for this moment. Drops the ward up and above, and here comes my Nova. Oops! Throws out the Gale, throws out the Nova, and has to get the hell out of there. Eats a raise, and he's going to get some good damage onto him over time, but I don't think it's going to be enough to finish off the Shadow Fiend. He'll get healed up, and everything will be okay. Now a Nova's going to be down mid lane. They get the Ensnare on the Miracle. There's going to be the follow-up of the Call. They still can't break through the Refraction crit. Helps out with the Ice Path here and a Dual Breath. Miracle, though, gets snowballed on. There's going to be the uppercut. Miss of the dunk, but it doesn't matter. No one's going to be able to finish it up, and he is now dominating on this Shadow Fiend. Back-to-back takedowns of Miracle. Previous to that, Big Daddy committing his combo, not really coming out a lot.
A lot of it has to do with that haste rune. Monkey just doesn't really seem like they're on the same page here. Darkseid really wants to farm his mech, but now that he has his mech, he has no mana to do anything with it. And Ogre has been trying to pressure top a lot, but they've only yielded Naga Siren kills. And imagine if she had like sleep there, they TP in into like a Requiem. Oh my gosh, that would have been really bad.
Man, they can really slow down someone. They were just harassing Pasha a bit. They had the Gale, Veno Ward, Dual Breath, you know, the Liquid Fire, and he's moving slow, but not really taking a lot of damage right now. I mean, is it enough of a concern for Vega? I know they're getting a lot going their way right now, but the magical damage of this Venomancer, Ogre, Jakiro, I know a Glimmer Cape is probably the first thing that comes to mind, but is it necessary to maybe commit for a pipe? There's a lot of magic.
I'm usually a big fan of pipe. I don't see a good reason not to get it
I don't think I've seen a 6.85 pipe yet, to be honest with you.
I don't think so. But I don't think they're as concerned because TA has been shut down really hard after that in mid. She was playing pretty aggressively, but then Shadowfiend got a haste rune, and everyone has been helping out mid lane, whereas you only see like Jakiro and like kind of Ogre helping out mid lane. And Big Daddy and Moon have just been on completely opposite sides of the map, trying to farm up their
It feels like they're trying to, you know, make it work now. Like, oh, we got all this time to be individuals and farm up. Let's now come together. Yeah. I just fear that might be too late.
Well, you have to rotate Veno into the position where he is most vulnerable.
Well, he's committing here for Dazzle. Gets the Gale off. Still holds the Nova. But it's very, very deep if they want to be going for it here. And actually, Daddy's going to have to be forced to TP back into trouble. Meanwhile, they're going for Fly. They're going to get the dunk. The Ogre will be beheaded here. And that's going to lead to the one-man pickoff right now. Again, Monkey Biz is kind of poking in like they want to get something done, but they seem to be a bit all over the place, and Vega punish them for it.
Yeah, the core axe is really good when you can farm 15-minute Blink and Vanguard.
Yeah.
So that's... I don't think they should have gotten the first kill on the Darkseer. Second kill, I saw.
Oh, nice catch. There's that Blink going to work now. Catches out both Moon. Now Crit. Gets off a huge ultimate here, and no one's trapped in it. It's going to force out the song from Solo. Pasha, though, not going to be able to make it away. Gets burned up. Ignite tick there from Fly is going to get the final catch. Big Daddy now with a Blink Dagger. Commits in. Gets the catch with the ward, and Solo should be going down here. Yeah, I got him. Secure with the tip of that. Won't be able to get the catch onto Lil Solo Naga. Seema mid lane. Under the pressure, Miracle is going to have to get the Grave off, but he has no TP and nowhere to run. See you later. 7-7 now. Game is evened up here.
Well, finally they take a team fight with a mech, the wall, the Veno ult, and he has Blink. So it is nearly impossible for him to not get like 3, probably 4 heroes with that Poison Nova.
Which they'll need him to step it up, because Miracle, I'm sure, was planning to be near a Desolator or have this Blink faster when he was originally planning to farm out that stack, but they had lost so much of that sweet income. For now has the Blink. We'll have to wait out for the damage and just hope for precious little supports to pick from here. And for one on his Shadow Fiend, as his polar opposite, Mech, Ogre Club already in hand, looking to build up a BKB to help with all that magic. We'll have to see, though.
Yeah, they had, I think, Veno sitting in the bottom lane for a little bit too long. You want him in probably the worst position on the team, just because he has a seemingly worse position, like let's say top lane really far out without any tower, but it's seemingly a bad position, but they usually have to burn a smoke to kill him, and even then he has a Blink now, so it requires a lot for them to kill him. And this way, if Vega decides to gank anyone else, they're in more favorable positions than, let's say, like ganking Moon on the top lane, which is really easy for them to do, and the risk reward is pretty good for that one. So you're trying to make the opportunities as bad for Vega as possible.
Looks like Monkey Business are gonna push out this top lane. They're smoking. They pinged out the tower. They're gonna move on through, take this opportunity to plant some pretty deep wards, and maybe just try to draw Vega's attention away from the Roche pit and up towards the top lane.
They cannot take Roche. Dire will get destroyed. Yeah. And they have Blink Dagger on the Axe, but he get hit by a Veno ward.
Oh man, he's not blinking anytime soon. He is able to get snowballed up and pushed away to safety, and then will TP back to the fountain here to get healed up. No blood will be shed yet, but Ensnare will catch Big Daddy way out of position. Committed himself into the lane, but only ended up dropping a ward and couldn't really do much else. So it was pretty awkward there.
He only hit 2 people with his Veno ult. They had to wait for Darkseer to get a big jump, but I mean, why did he blink down? All his firepower was already gone. He only had 3 players there, and I mean, Axe had TP'd out, but that's hardly any reason to go.
I don't know, maybe he saw something, like a support might have been low, and his eyes deceived him. Ended up just going in, biting off more than he can chew. And because of the pickoff now, Vega feel comfortable. Pasha and no one are going to be moving into the Roche pit.
They have to have Darkseer. Darkseer is the big team fight right now. Poison Nova is down for 1 more minute, and I don't know if they have enough damage without it. I mean, but let's see if they can get top, they need to smoke too. They have eyes on Moon right now. He's spotted out by Seema, so this is a pretty risky play. He has to vacuum onto the high ground.
And they also have Song. So even if something is to break out here, Solo could always, he fakes it out once, fakes it out twice, fakes it out 3 times.
But it's enough. They got him out of the pit, and Big Daddy is now right-clicking and getting people down with wards. So this is really good for...
No Nova yet, though. He still needs 30 seconds.
They're buying time for it.
Ooh. Okay. They're still toying with him. Oh, wall? Vacuum? No one? Pumps out the Requiem. They're going to wait because Solo instead will dish out the Song here. And Vega will regroup.
I mean, they've started slowly taking over with the Venom Wars. They started over here, now they're pushed over to the right, and wherever they go, they're gonna have to deal with that. They have to smoke in. They have a smoke on the Axe, but it might be a little bit too late.
We'll see. And now Vega looks to contest. There's the smoke. They're coming in. Smoke is going to be popped. There's the blink in. The call, though, not going to catch anyone. Nice spread from Monkey Business. Big Daddy to go down is able to still get the Nova off, and that's going to slowly wither away a lot of Vega here. No one's going to be first to fall. Miracle very low, and oh, Pasha not going to be able to get the catch with his bowling, but they are going to still bring him down in the end. Pasha will pick up that one. Here comes a big ice bath. This is choke point fighting for Crit. Him and Moon and Fly will be able to take down another, making it a 3-for-2 trade. Monkey Business still come out, and these three are going to try their best to finish off the Roach without any damage. They're just going to try to slowly muscle it down. Even that pesky sigil. Oh, it will break now, but looks like they'll get it. Who's going to pick up this Aegis, though?
Moon.
Cheeky little shards come out.
Axe coming in. There's no Venom Ward to stop his blink.
Here he comes. Oh, those shards last so long. He's able to go in. Will get the call onto all three. He needs more, though. He will slowly spin out. They turn in. They get a multi and everything. Now the snowball comes in. Fly going to get uppercutted. That will be his demise. Vacuum back from Moon. The longest ever Liquid Fire will catch on the Pasha. Pasha looking to retreat. Looks like he might be able to barely live at about 20 life before he will regen back. Moon very low. Pops the mech. Still holds on to the Ace. And Snare will come out from Solo. Drop of the wall from Moon. They snowball forward. That's going to be your Aegis. Pasha still engaging. Now going to get caught. He goes into the pit now. And I think he'll be going down shortly. Crit looks to sweep in. Big Daddy's made his return. And there he goes. Big Daddy's going to be getting the last hit on that. And we've been fighting around this Roche pit, Merlini, for what feels like 5 minutes now.
His wall came off cooldown. That's how long it was.
That is a long-winded Roche battle. Aegis is going to be gone. Who really comes out on top, though, after that huge debacle?
Radiant, easily, I'd say. And they like, I say slightly edged out in terms of kills, but in terms of what it means for the rest of the game, it's a really big deal. Like, they could barely take it with both of their T1s down. I think with that sort of map control, they'll be able to take on their T2s, and they show that Naga Siren Ultimate is almost useless. It's just one life for the Shadow Fiend, which is not even that important right now. He doesn't have BKB. So it's not that big of a deal at this point, and they have to get BKBs because of the massive amount of damage from the Jakiro and then the vacuum wall. But once their BKBs get low, they're going to get owned by the Venomancer, who I assume will eventually get a Scepter. He's already almost, let's say, 3/4 of the way there. So, like, they have to, I think, do significant amounts of work with the one BKB on Shadow Fiend, probably one BKB on Axe, and that's a very small window, like the 10, 9, 8 second BKBs.
Vega back at mid lane here, but it looks like Monkey Business don't want to pull off too far. They're going to get a little D-ward and head on in. Crit got his Yules now. Been a while since I've seen the classic Jakiro Yules, but this will lead to a very easy setup. Can they get close enough? No. Will not be able to deny the TP out there. And
it's all about the... if TA gets Aegis number 2, it is really bad for Vega, I would say. And that's the beginning of the end. I guess right now it's already the beginning of the end. Like, Naga Siren has been completely useless this game. I would say she's just... Right now, it's just been -1 death for Shadow Fiend with the one sleep. But aside from that, it's... I don't really know where she should have been at the start, but she can't really zone out a TA at all.
I thought, it was going to be maybe for the Darkseer, just trying to use the Ensnare to help with the surge a bit.
Yeah, I thought that's what they were going to do, to have 3 people up there, try and keep them limited. But they actually did really well without Solo, so it turns out he didn't really need to be there. And bottom lane, like 2 melee heroes trying to harass a Veno is not going to happen.
Miracle. Oh, Meld Strike going to be avoided with a nice little mirror image split from Solo. And him in his fragile life is just happy to dodge it. Miracle's not going to be able to come up with anything. That's him debuting his new Desolator.
And that's a Scepter for Veno. That is
a lot of damage. Let's see. What is it? It's level 2.
55 times 16. Let's see.
Carry the
880 damage. That's
a lot. Any sort of magic resistance already in play here. Solo has the Glimmer now, so that will help. Not as good as it once was, but every little bit matters here. I'm curious to see if this Poison Nova will pay dividends. You're talking about no blink access for your axe. And Mag, also who committed for a blink dagger in this.
Yeah.
Do you think it would have been better if he committed for like maybe a Shadow Blade instead? Because of these Poison Novas and wards, I feel like it's very difficult to do what you want with a blink dagger this game. Oh well.
You can't not get a blink.
It's just gonna be very tricky, I feel.
It is.
They really get the upper hand.
They just have to use all the smokes. That's the big problem with playing against a Venomancer. If you want to get a jump in a team fight, you have to use the smoke, and you're gonna run out of them eventually. Oh, the Bloodlusted Tower.
I don't think I've seen that yet. That's awesome. Oh, is it?
Wow,
right
that thing attacks. Boop, boop. Wow, it's insane.
Can you Bloodlust your fountain? That'd be cool. I've never even tried, but I wonder how beneficial it is. He's just gonna continue to give it Bloodlusted boosts as well. All right. Well, it's enough to kind of fend off this little bit of a tower aggression here, and they'll be putting themselves back in top position. Look at this Moon. Crimson Guard. No step off for the blink dagger for him. Instead, wants to get a bit more durable for himself and the rest of the team. Helps mitigate the damage, I suppose, for everyone, but helps with Naga illusions. I don't think that's much of a threat, but what do you think about the Crimson Guard grab?
It's nice extra armor. I would have thought that they would have had of Lads on someone too, but getting as much armor as possible versus the Weave, versus the Riptide, the Shadow Fiend, it's gonna add up. And they have the mech for what, a little bit of +2, Crimson Guard for +2, Vlad's is 5, and that will go a long way to helping them survive in fights.
Yeah, and someone gets an AC, and we're all good.
Yeah, I don't think anyone can.
There's no AC candidate
at this point. But I mean, what do Vega do at this point? If they wait and farm, they're going to get outscaled. Like, Veno still has a long way to go. He can get Veil, and then after that he can get Refresher, and then the TA can get, like, you know, Daedalus plus Butterfly.
I don't think Vega are looking to go late. I mean, you're committing in for a farming axe.
So they can't go late because they have a farming axe.
Do something.
If they fight now, they're likely going to get destroyed by
they might not have a choice here, because look at Monkeys Forever. They're moving in. I call them Monkeys Forever. Monkey's Business move in with the smoke. They're going to get the lift up on the Solo, and that's going to be the Naga commitment from Miracle here as he blinks across. Look, go for 9 Pasha. And Pasha going to get vacuumed back through a wall. Big melt strike. Continues to run. What a catch of the Ice Path coming out from Crit. He does get the Grave, though, and he makes it away. Back to Fountain. He'll be well. But Moon eats a big Requiem from the top of the hill of no one. No one, though, will have to commit his BKB and step back. Get healed up from the Dazzle. Mag able to step away. And a surprising Monkey Business after the pickoff from Solo. They can't quite get a hold of anyone else. But it's Vega at a point in the game when they're losing these exchanges, and they should be winning them with the draft they've thrown together. They even make a commitment on here on the Miracle, who's going to shrug it off with a Refraction. They pop out the dust, but he's already long gone at this point.
Where's the Veno? They need the Poison Nova.
There, go ahead, uppercut from Mag. Moon takes it, but here it is, the Poison Nova vacuum, and that means that Solo's like, oh, everyone's got Ebola. There's nothing we can do. Frantically running to the base, but they slowly wither away. Pasha's going to take right click. He will crumble down. It's a triple kill for Big Daddy. Soon to be possibly an Ultra, as Solo is going to be the last left man standing for Vega. He gets taken down. It's a 5-man wipe. Monkey Business lose no one. They mech up and now go for the mid lane.
Too much damage. I liked Monkey's lineup from the get-go, but the core axe with the support Naga is just strange.
It does feel a bit almost
most of the times we see a core axe is versus a lot of melee cores that will easily be shut down with the help of an axe. Like, let's say Phantom Lancer, I would say, would be heavily shut down by a Dazzle axe lane. Same with an anti-mage.
A Brood?
Brood, but you don't really need an axe to shut down a Brood, because I think there's many other better counters. But there's the axe is they don't even have any melee cores that right click. Ogre, not really.
Yeah,
but that's generally what I think axe is really good against. It's like maybe Ursa too. Ursa's not that great of an example because Fury Swipes owns them, but melee right clickers is what he excels versus. And if you just constantly get him to go on him the entire game, Lifestealer too. These sort of heroes are the ones that you're looking to shut down with a core axe. But you got a lot of farm.
Meld, Gale. Pasha's in trouble. Vacuum's going to deny that TP, and Miracle's going to pick up a killing spree for himself. And you said that was a point. Beginning of the end here looks like it's in order. Monkey Business quickly clear out the Dazzle. No one's going to be forced to pop his BKB. Can't quite get the Requiem off, and he'll be the last real damage dealer trying to defend out his base now without the magic immunity, and Big Daddy has yet to... Okay, see you later. Solo is there one moment, gone the next, and that's all Vega need. They are going to be throwing in the towel, and it's going to be Monkey Business who will take game number 1 pretty damn convincing. So Merlini, maybe it was Vega going back to something that had worked out for them before and didn't quite read the team composition properly. It felt like they had something they wanted. They wanted to be able to get this Korax farmed up, a quick Blink Dagger, and not allow Monkey Business to go late. But it was just all over the place.
It was a really good draft for Monkey Business.